All right, good morning. So, last week we discussed on USDX bouncing. Excuse me. Um, in larger frames here, you can see that we are bouncing after the completion of an A wave into B recovery. The rally should fail below the resistance line here. And when we find sellers on USDX, then we should be looking at another decline. This rally here on USDX should be the rally that takes the cryptos like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then indices like the NASDAQ and the Russell to new lows, whereas the SPX, S&P, ES, same thing, and the Dow are going to be trading in second dimension against USDX during this A or the B rally, excuse me, whereas they will not make new lows since we have called ES bullish for now. So, that being said, we are calling this sequence complete. USDX has made some really, really nice, bottoms here, some lows in the dollar, completion of sequences, tapping into a support zone that we've been calling for several weeks. Looks like a really nice, strong reaction with a retest, and an even stronger reaction from the retest, and now we're finding support. The surprise here, guys, is that we could possibly make new lows here below this. And if we do, it's going to be marginal. And I don't think that anything is going to react that strongly to a new low here. So if we get a new low out of the sequence before taking a rally, at best, I mean, we may get Bitcoin to rise up a little bit here. But we're not talking any sort of a bull run or anything like that. I mean, it's going to be a very marginal little push. It could be the corrective sequence that we're looking for, which I'll get to in a minute on Bitcoin, but don't expect a new low in USDX to make any sort of a major difference in the markets right now. The markets have decided that they're flipping. This has been our transition period here, all through this zone to about here. So here's your transition zone, guys, and the markets have said, hey, guess what? We are going to flip this. So let's get into ES first. ES made a really, really nice sequence from the October lows. As you can see here, we're sitting on a major weekly support. 5 waves rally to the upside. This is why we are calling ES complete, and we're putting our super cycle 2 here. That is giving us the indication that we should just see a 3 waves pullback from the peak here of 1 before another rally to the upside, and this is going to be the big boom boom rally. So, it'll take a while to get there. I mean, we made this move pretty fast, but expect the B correction. This thing can go sideways. This is just for a visual effect, but in reality, once we finish the nest here from the 1 peak, man, B can be a double correction like this, and we get 3 waves out like this before C and then up, right? And this thing can last all the way into 2023, doing a double here. Okay, so let's not get excited and think that tomorrow, ES is going to pop here and then we're here and then bang, we're on the bull run. So don't worry about the timing of it. I just want everybody to kind of get an idea. We are formulating 5 waves here from the peak, so letting us know that we're about to complete the A leg. So we should bottom out here after a new low. Just looking for a lower low with divergence. As you can see here, we've got a little divergence inside here, but that's the divergence of completing some internal 5s. So once we complete the internal 5s, we have one more external 5 to complete, and then we're going to be looking to the upside in B, at which point we should be able to say, hey, here's our ABC, and then we can take some really nice shorts on the C leg down, and then also we can find a buy area for ES, and I'll get in everybody on those big long swings there, and we'll take some longs on ES, and we'll make a run to the upside. NQ, pretty similar situation, slightly different. We did have a diagonal here. A triangle in the C leg for NQ. This was an expanded flat, but because of the the triangle, we were able to determine that this was a short zone. Now, initially, I had called up here as a short zone. Okay, so I don't want to be misleading. We were going to short this area. Unfortunately, the price action turned on us, but it did reach a full extension here, so we can't be mad at it. There's a really nice extension in this zone that it did reach. We were just trying to snipe it. As you can see, we went well beyond the 1.236, so that was super, super good for NQ. We were just really, really, really looking for an extreme. Some of you may have already taken shorts from here after us discussing the zone, but for now, we are not short on NQ. If you are, then you should have taken a partial profit already, and you're looking to hold this play to about 8,000, okay? Because NQ is going to take a really large dive, okay? That's why I'm saying ES is only going to correct down into this zone. The deepest ES should reach is our weekly support here. And if it does, even if we reach this weekly support, we shouldn't break it and have a return to the upside, whereas NQ is expected to make a new low here all the way down. I mean, you can see, here's my targets for my call, guys. There you go. Okay. See, entry and stop loss was up here. Entry box was at like 12.6. So if you guys are short on NQ, just hold it and wait. For the rest of you guys, for those of us that were trying to snipe it and we missed, we're just looking for a 3 waves back here. Once we get a 3 waves back, we can find a new box to short here. We'll short the box and we'll take the ride. Okay. Should be really similar targets, so that's why I haven't deleted these. We should be looking at, a 10,300 trim, a 9630 trim, 8968 trim, and hopefully a full close around 78. But that'll be a runner and Hail Mary. So, quick look at the cryptos. Bitcoin, everything's pretty similar right now. There's not much variation between all the risky assets and equities. We're looking at a really clear 5-wave sequence down from the high. Remember, we weren't trying to short Bitcoin because it was doing an expanded flat. And there was no kind of an external sequence here that we were liking in the C wave for us to pinpoint an accurate spot to short from. So I just went ahead and put a short box here, hoping that we might get close to some major resistance. We didn't even come close to the short box, guys. So that's fine. We have a 5-wave sequence down, letting us know that Bitcoin is done. Looking for the 3 waves back after a new low. Once we get the 3 waves back, we can find a short box here, and we'll take some shorts. Wherever this 3 waves decides to pull back, I'll make the call, and we'll grab some really nice big shorts on the way down. Should be looking to extend to at least 12 to 11K, possibly $10,000, $9,000 over the next 2 to 3 months. So it's going to be a really crucial time to catch some shorts. We're beginning the downslide, guys, and this should be the final drop in the cryptos. The ones that are going to make new lows, this should be the final drop before we decide to bottom out and start to level off. Ethereum, man, I'm really disappointed in Ethereum, guys. I got greedy on this one. The original short box, just the main short box was right here. Okay. And it just barely tapped it. And we should have just taken shorts from the zone. I really felt with the structure that we had, we weren't going to have this extended 5. But that's what we have is an extended 5, unfortunately. I was really, 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 really hoping to. I think we had some shorts like right up in this zone, I believe. Yes, because it looked like this was the 3 wave here, and that we were going to get one last hoorah as the 5 before it dropped. So got a little faked out. We got a little greedy. If any of you took the original short from this zone, I mean, you're perfect in your trade. You've already taken a partial profit, and your stop loss is at entry, and you are letting the rest of the position run. So as you can see, at 12.79, you should have trimmed 10% if you took the original short box based on my analysis. And if you did, congratulations, you're in the money. So the rest of you guys, we're going to be doing the same thing as Bitcoin, looking for a 3 waves back, taking a short pretty much where everybody else got the trim at. And then we'll still catch a decent position, just won't be as much as profit as originally we had discussed. So either way, good trades. Market's going the direction that we expect it to. If you guys are short, stay short. If not, be patient. We're going to get a rally. The rally should fail the highs. And once the rally fails the highs, we can short that, put our stop loss above the recent highs, and we'll make some money on the way down. So LTC, man, Litecoin is a really interesting one right now. We're talking about being full bullish on this thing. And I'm going to tell you what, this flat coming down has really, really, really surprised me. Okay. This flat is a little bit scary because we have an expanded flat here. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this big expanded flat. Call me crazy, but here it is. Okay. Big expanded flat. Not a fan of trading expanded flats because we can't determine where they're going to go. Okay. This is an expanded flat because we're breaching the 1.618. It's a flat and it's a double. Okay, that's kind of the problem with it. I really, 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 really am kind of pissed off at Litecoin for this. It just, it just didn't hold up. It didn't hold up. Ate up all the liquidity we created from the run up to the upside. So pretty unfortunate, but that's okay. It is what it is. This is like 50-50, guys. Okay, my initial analysis this morning was kind of looking over this stuff. This is 50-50. So here, let me throw out the alternative for everybody. The alternative is that instead of, let's get back to the 4. Sorry. Okay, the alternative, right? And this is very possible, is that we have an A, a B. Wait, what? What in the hell? I must have misclicked. My bad. Here we go. Let's do it again. A, B, C. Okay. Let's make this a little bit bigger than minuet. Yeah, super intermediate is fine. Let's go ahead and put the waves on just so you guys can get an idea. So this would be the A peak. This would be the B bottom. And as you can see, in our surprise, we've reached a 1.0 extension here at the top with a 5-wave sequence up. And we could be making another 5-wave decline. So, look, we discussed it being done based on the RSI breaking out here on the weekly frames. Okay, if we go to the weekly, it's pretty clear. There's a really nice breakout. So, I don't believe that this secondary idea is the case. We are getting back into a zone that I've been wanting to be bullish on. So here's what I'll tell you guys. Okay, I know we have a spot call from inside of the zone. Basically from 70 to 50. We're looking at buying LTC spot for the long run because we should be seeing prices of 400 to 500 in the next couple years. But look, let this thing play out before you guys jump at any spot. Okay, let's see. Do we come down here? First of all, the crucial thing is over the next week. Okay, I'll give it a week. You have a few areas. Let me delete this. Okay. You have a few areas that we need to watch out for. Okay. The first one is this guy right here. If we fail this line, then we're going to be looking to tap this. Okay. If we fail this, then we're looking to tap this. If we fail this, then we're going to be looking to challenge the low. Okay. So, here's the thing. There are major pivots in here, and in some of the lives that I've done in the classes that I've been teaching guys, these are major pivots here. Okay, these are big major support zones. As you can see, we're wrapping into a daily support zone right now. I don't think that we're going to be passing all this. Okay, so have some faith, let it bounce. The reason why I say let it bounce and don't buy spot yet is because once we bounce and we hit this 5, we still have to make a 3-wave SPAC. We still have to come and do a 3-wave SPAC. Okay, so, and we'll get back into this zone again. I think we should be challenging the same zone with the C wave. You know, we should have an ABC, something like this. ABC, bang. So let this play out. I wouldn't recommend trying to take longs here. You know, what we can look for is if we get a 5-wave sequence up and then a 3-wave SPAC, then we can take longs for the wave 3 on the way up. But for now, let this thing do what it's going to do. Don't mess with it, okay? Let it just run around and do its thing. You know, it can bounce here, and it can just head straight up. It can make a new low here. Very, very, very transitional time for Litecoin. So I would highly recommend to just leave it the fuck alone. Okay. What is this music? I don't know. We gotta change that. Random ass song came on. Okay. Finally, for those of you that shorted the British pound, man, this is you can't ask for better than this. Here was our entry box. I told you guys we're getting in here, 1.24206. We've already had a phenomenal reaction from our zone, and we have seen up to a 2.4% unleveraged move at this time. So waiting on the 5-wave sequence to complete. Wave 1 is done. Going to make wave 2 and then further downside. Okay. Remember, guys, 1.178. That's where you trim. You can take 10 to 25%. Depending on what your risk factors are. Once we trim there, your stop loss goes to even, and we're full close at 0.95495. Okay. If we fail, I'll be watching this trade closely. If we fail to make a new low in the British pound here, and the sequence looks to be completing itself, right? So this should overall be a larger 5-wave sequence like this. Okay. Like overall, because this is wave 5, right? So a bigger 5-wave sequence should unfold here. If I see that we've made a larger frame 5-wave sequence and it doesn't break this low, then I'm going to call the move truncated. We can have a truncated 5th. Then we'll go ahead and full close back up here. Hold on, excuse me. So it just depends on how the sequence unfolds. For now, just look for your trim, put your stop loss to even, and let it run. Okay? Sounds good? All right, guys. That's all I got. Thanks for tuning in for the weekly update. We'll catch you guys next week.